playback. It's me, your girl, Kaliyah. I'm vibing. Um, I might as well give y'all an update on my tattoo because I think today is officially day 2, so it's actually starting to heal. And I decided to go sanitize it and then put the ointment on it. And I noticed that it was starting to flake. So the crazy part about it is I can feel the my skin trying to heal, but it's like a weird like pain. Like it has this after ache. I don't know. It's a weird experience. You know what? I'm really waiting to review childbirth. Tattoos, piercings not that bad. My worst piercing experience was from my industrial because it ended up leaving me scars. But I don't know why people keep talking about naturality and stuff. Like I am natural, but at the same time, like I do have body mods. It ain't like I have surgeries. I'm just a little chubby right now. That's it. Any other random thing I gotta say before, yeah, no, just purge anything that's on my mind. But if familiar people get on the live, we can do some. We can do some reads for fun. It's really just waking up this morning. But I'm like, I asked one of y'all, and here's my dilemma. Update to the conversation that we had. I'm supposed to be finding oxtails. I can't find them bitches because hold on. Yesterday my mom ended up cooking, so I'm like, I'm not gonna waste my money. But I'm like, okay, what about tonight? Today. What if I order something today? And I'm like, okay, maybe let's see. So my nail tech is Caribbean. So she had told me about this place on the other side of town. I forgot what the name is, but she told me the area. So if I'm ever over there, I'm gonna just look, scout out for it. Cause I'm gonna listen to the source about good ass Caribbean food from a Caribbean person. So I'm still on the hunt for them oxtails. Number one. Number two, I'm trying to figure out if I want this bag or this clothes. But the thing that I don't like about this app, because I'm trying to do it and break it into pieces, like I could afford to do it up front, but I feel like that's financially responsible to do it up front. But also, if I make too many damn, what's the bitches called? Purchases at once, I could also get behind. So that's also a dumb financial decision. I'm like, the only clothes places they got on here. Good morning, Andrew. I don't know, cause let me show y'all the app. Right, this app is for. So like, if Afterpay, Klarna, and shit like that ain't working, cause this one don't credit check. So like us that's trying to rebuild credit and get our lives together, we still want a little wiggle room. It ain't like I fucked up my credit 100%. Things happen in life, but like look at the stores, right? I'm going up to the top. I can't stand him. All I said was yes. So like y'all can see, I don't have to say what it is. But I'm not feeling it. Like if you use this app, please let me know where the clothes is at. Cause I'm like, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what to order. But anyways, how are y'all doing this morning or afternoon, wherever you're at and where you're from? I'm just bored. I'm gonna find somebody to talk to. My friends, they be texting back slow as hell. But we be busy. Like, one of them works, like, we almost have the same schedule, but they work on Sundays. I don't work Sundays. Off Monday to Tuesday. See, like me, I got a meeting on Thursday. I work the whole rest of the week, but then I'm in school too. But then most of my free time, like right now, I spend chilling, like coming back to self. Like, I don't really be having a whole bunch of time. Yeah, but the one work all the fucking time, like long ass hours too. My other one, we just got back in touch because we used to work together. So if you see me like texting them, I'm texting them. Funny as hell, might I add. Like, we was having conversations about like, cause we always used to talk at work. Like, when I say I would dead ass be venting, and I was losing my fucking mind during this time too, because me and my mom was at odds, right? Then I started smoking heavy, and then I started drinking. I should have never picked up that bottle at that time. I know we got one right here, but this is more control. You know, this is over 2 days. Old me, I would have just drunk it just to see like how fucked up I could get. Like, I was just testing shit. When you got freedom, you don't never know how free you is, huh? But yeah, I used to come to work and shit. I used to just dead ass be venting to the people at my job, and I just used to be talking about the craziest shit. So like, you would just hear my mouth saying like, out the distance, like he was touching my toes, like out the fucking blue, like, and it and I would never. And I wouldn't give a fuck either, because I'm like, bitch, my whole life is horrible. My whole life is ass. I don't even know if I want to live till tomorrow. Like, I was on some shit. So we used to have like deep ass conversations, and then from talking to him, I realized like we had a similar upbringing, and even though we was both young as fuck, we had a lot of life experience. So it was easy. Like, he talked like somebody uncle, granddaddy, might I add. So we stayed in touch. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I got more homeboys than homegirls, but all my homeboys, we have an understanding. Like, I had one homeboy, we've been friends long as fuck, but we got like a long distance friendship the whole time. But I got a nephew out of that situation. Like, we stayed friends like 10 plus years just through the distance. So I'm like, who's all in here? This one is really one for me. The people that like me to ramble. But I just be rambling. I be having a lot of shit on my mind. Then I be thinking of like business ideas. I be thinking about business ideas. Cause I had a business previously, but I never like killed it off. It was just life, like trying to do that in the midst of life, because it was a soap making business. I had got COVID. I was moving around after that, and then I'm like, yeah, there's not a stable way that I can do this, and I'm not gonna lower the quality of my items. So I just closed down for a little bit. Then I'm like, I want to start doing hair again. Then I be thinking about all my advanced ass life goals, right? I know every time I get on here, I be talking about that shit. My dreams, my hopes, and my fantasies. Cause I'm like, I can't get what I want now, so I could at least. Well, that's not true. It's more of like I can't get what I want long term right now. So I got to do like short term things. So the best thing to do is always reward yourself on the process. Don't not reward yourself and give yourself to other people. Like, take time to reward yourself for all the hard work that you put in, and recognize yourself for that. So I'm just thinking about my job. I should get on Indeed, cause this shit really throwing me for a loop. Cause I'm like, should I go before all this shit is over, get these certifications, and then try to get higher pay at another job? Like, what? Cause I'm like, I don't know. I might have to stay in Jacksonville for a little bit more before I get to thinking about bigger shit like traveling. I guess we gonna see. And then I'm big sis too, right? And so then I'm like, I need to have a meeting with my sister to see what she gonna do about school. Because if you don't know, I'm a dropout. But I love to say that shit because, my monotone ass voice and my very straightforward, contact with you. And it's funny as fuck to me, but you don't know that I'm playing. But I be serious. But I be bullshitting. So I'm like, I tell people I'm a dropout so they can think less of me. And then I don't include the fact that I'm going to school for nursing and shit like that. I just like to, see how people think freely first, and then I see if it's safe. I test the playing field. But nah, when I dropped out, I ended up getting my GED. I ended up just working. And I'm like, do you want to do the same thing? Or do you want to go to school after? Because you can get your GED and go to school, but you got to do them entrance exams. And I'm like, she like 16 now. So I'm like, you can do this and I can help you do this. And you can do this shit over the summer. But it's like, I feel like it makes sense to go to school, then work, because when you younger, ain't really nothing to do. And when you realize that you working for the rest of your life and you like finding stability specifically in America, it's like, all right, what the hell am I gonna do for a little while that makes me comfortable? The truth is, I don't really need y'all to talk to me. My brain go and I have thoughts to the point like I can have a whole conversation with myself consistently, and I really need to sit with myself to create ideas, because there's a lot of shit I delayed. But then when I realized like I'm only 23, like I know I feel every bit of 46, and I've been around for a long ass time, but I really have time in retrospect. Oh my god, me and my nail tech was um going through the motions yesterday. So I'm gonna have a topic right based off of that. Cause we keep talking about bullshit ass women and men. That's a common thing. Like I hate that shit and I love to talk about it. But I don't know. I just don't be on the pick me shit. So I don't like to say what everybody like to say. But then I feel like I have more common beliefs than what people think that I do. So I'm like, where do I specifically want to start with the ain't shitness? Just go on a rant and talk. This really like family live like shit. What the hell? Nah, cause we was talking about like the people that live off you and shit, and they basically use your kindness as like weakness, and they basically like treat you like a dummy because you're helpful, right? Then you got like the people in relationships, like the different type of people in relationships. Like you have people with secure loving types, you got people with anxious loving types, you got people with dismissive loving types and shit like that, and attachment styles. And I'm like, me personally, I'm a dismissive avoidant, and I can tell you like a lot of shit is really rooted from your childhood. When you really get down to it and like study the psychology and shit, it's really up to your personal programming, how you see life. It's all mental, right? So if people are completely fine, but some shit happened to where they have a TBI, traumatic brain injury, they'll be fucked up for the rest of their life, and they'll be stuck at this phase, but they're still consistently evolving with you. That's one thing. Like these people are not slow. These people are not dumb. Like these people are just you and me because they are you and me, right? Especially trauma people, the traumatized people, trauma victims, right? So your mind can change your whole body and your perspective on every fucking thing, right? So like let's go back to specifically relationships. So let's say you had a traumatic relationship with your parents. You didn't know what life was. You didn't know how your daily routine was gonna go. That's how it was for me. So I have an anxious avoidant attachment style, right? So I dead ass don't like not anxious avoidant. I'm sorry, I don't have that bullshit. I have dismissive avoidant, right? So I'm very dismissive to people and their problems, and they think that I don't care. But like that's how I show that I care, because like if I really lock in and latch on, like I'm very obsessive about things, and because I'm so used to losing things, I don't care if you stay. I don't care. Like, you can go because nothing has ever stayed. It's not that I don't care about you. It's just that it wouldn't be nothing new to me. I'm not about to sit here and fucking beg you to stay. Like, why would I sit here and beg you to stay for anything? So when I see people with other attachment styles, it really confuses the fuck out of me. Cause like, why are you dead ass boohoo crying and I'm about to fucking leave and like shit? Like, I really be confused as hell. Like, the people be. So let's say, for example, I'm gonna give y'all a scenario. So we was talking and we was having so many different types of conversations. But me, I want to get into the juiciness of it. So I'm gonna say something freaked out just to test the waters. Not nothing too crazy, but I'm just curious because I be having these thoughts that I need an epiphany for, so I can establish a new law in my book, right? What are you talking about? But nah, so basically we having this conversation, her boyfriend on the phone, right? But like they always on the phone. So I would assume like he don't want nobody to fuck with her, so he be making sure like he keep that shit on the tight leash. So we having a conversation, and he had basically hit us like, "Did you say this? You said this. You said that. You said that." We like, hold on, stop. She ain't do all of that. Lie on me, stay with me. Be like, no. First of all, she didn't say that in that way. She didn't say that shit. But I'm like, it's funny how everybody has a different like relationship type. Cause me, I'm not gonna be sitting up on the phone with you. I don't care what you do, but don't be sitting here telling me. Cause once you tell me and I know what you did, now I care. Don't be telling me what you doing. Cause if you bring that to me and you tell me some stupid shit and I just be like, oh okay, that's fine. But it's like if I don't know, what that got to do with me? It's very delusional if you really break it down. Cause it's like, why would you hide the information from yourself so you can't face the reality of the situation? Exactly. Why would I? People keep talking about Trump. I'm like, I don't do politics. Somebody was randomly like on their little, those story fucking notes. They was just like, I hate Trump. I'm like, what he do this time? Now me, I'm not a Trump supporter, but Trump is funny as fuck. Like he's an interesting creature to me. So I'm not really gonna be on that Trump hating shit. If you get what I mean. I'd say everybody's an individual. He ain't do shit to me. How does it feel being high? I'm not necessarily high. That's the thing. Like, if anything, I'm finally just feeling something. But, like, I'm always kind of. I could come off high in general. So, but how does it actually feel being high? It's a very elevated feeling. Everybody doesn't have the same experience. But for me, it's a very chill, laid back. It's like everything kind of slow, slightly. But it's like, it's the higher you get. Things come like the scenery changes in a way. Like you just have a more beautiful perspective. Beautiful. That shit is fucked up. You have a more beautiful perspective of things. At least for me. Like let's say me, I'm an artist. If I was to set up a perfect scene for me to go out and paint some shit, right? I get high as fuck first, and then I just like have on some good ass music because the music sound better, the food tastes better. You didn't slow it down, you didn't locked in, like. But that is your summary on how it feels to be high. Like, have you ever seen like Bob Ross? Like his vibe. It may be a little creepy, but like this, the more you watch, it's like all right. It's kind of pretty nice. Like I feel pretty calm. I like the imagery. It's beautiful. He's actually saying really. He's a nice guy. Like when you really start watching it, at least for me, that's how I feel. And I feel like my timeline is the same shit. I need to do like a timeline refresh. Every so often I go and I follow people and I go like get out of certain algorithms because you start to see the same thing. Is it true that welcome means hello? Why is it called Earth? Why is there lava here? Why do babies cry when they born in this world? Hello. I don't know because my thing is this. Cause you asking me some high thought shit, but I feel like some of them not that deep, but some of them I could bullshit with you and like really get into it. Um, is it true that welcome means hello? I don't know, cause based off welcome, if you tell me welcome, I mean welcome is more like an open gated entrance, but I don't think it mean hello. I feel like it's an entrance, like you're welcome here. That don't mean you're hello here. You get what I'm saying? Why is it called Earth, aka ERH? Why is it called Earth? I don't know why they called it Earth. If anything, but I would feel like I wouldn't say Earth is art. I would say like Earth is on some different shit. If any planet had to be on some art shit, it would definitely be Venus. But cause you know what it represents. It literally does represent art. It says, "Why is there lava here?" Apparently, there's a hot Earth mantle and there's a core, and like that shit, I should be coming from the deep mantle because that shit be liquid. It's like a liquid layer and a hot ass layer turns into a nigga science class. Okay. Why do babies cry when they're born? I mean, really, the cry is like they done went through a lot of shit. You know, depending on how this baby was born, she said, take the O at the O out of hello. Yeah, it's gonna be hell. Okay. I mean, yeah, like basically what you saying, like they coming through this whole portal and shit, and then you got to make sure they can breathe, cause they burst through the water. So if they can't breathe, but it's like how you. I do remember you, Alexandria. I remember all of y'all. I'm like, if you just talk to me, I'll like remember who you are, cause I see your name often. I'm just talking about stupid stuff and waiting for some people to come. But let's see if I remember your storyline. I don't know if I remember your storyline. Cause y'all be having some good ones. You did? What was your midterm for? Anatomy, it was so hard. I could see. I gotta take anatomy myself soon. But I kind of want to take this free course to prepare. But I don't know if I really want to. But I guess I should. But I can see how anatomy is hard. Like that's one of the ones that everybody has a problem with. Who made plants, humans, trees, water, art? I mean, I get what you're saying, but to go even deeper than that, art and art, like artistry, like those things that are like the process of what we call art, it needs a creator. So like it art doesn't just come from nowhere. It started from something and every piece by piece by piece by piece made it what it is to where it's a bigger picture. And then the powerful thing about art is connected to how we feel. So it's like you have an emotional connection to these things. So it's like, you know, that's really the powerful thing about it. Like if art didn't make people mad, it would be people making full blown badass reviews about movie and music and things like that, and hating people because they song is trash. Like it's a lot of shit that comes from it. I'm like, did you ask me questions about the test? And I'm like, I don't know if I remember talking about a test, but I'm like, I just remember the last live that I had. Everybody kept asking me about career. No, you asked about your ex. Okay. So I'm like, it's either relationship reads or career reads that we do. But I don't know. Can you retake your test? I'm really thinking about this shit. That shit hurt. I'm failing this class right now, but that's because I'm not doing it. So I know if I go in there and I do it, I could at least pass with a C. Cause I don't care about having the highest grade. I just care about passing it. Cause if I pass, I did it. Oh, you in college? What should I do? I forgot what I said that fast. I'm so sorry. Cause I seen what they messaged. Do I believe in aliens? I guess technically yes, but I don't even believe that people are people. So it's like I don't know, cause this is why I be thinking that like life. I have like a life induced psychosis. Like I swear, life be pissing me off. I should study for my class. I should. I should. I should do my class, but it's nothing that I gotta study. The classes. This is what the class is about, and it's pissing me off. Not because of the class topic, but because of like what I have to do in order to get in that thought frame. Like I have to sit here and have this, like I have to really sit and ponder, and I'm like, I don't have time to be sitting here pondering that deep. And mind you, that's what I'm doing right now. But I be having a lot on my mind, so I just have to release it and I have to go do it. But I'm like, it's a class about a Christian worldview, but the questions are like, so basically the class is about Jesus Christ, right? But it's not basically like it's a Christian school, but all of us aren't Christians. So it's like, and mind you, I'm very familiar with these topics, but it's like, it's the way that the question is asked and the way that I have to respond to the question. And because we have word limits, if I sit there, I can come up with something, but I'm like, I don't know if this is good work. Like, I don't know if this is good work. Now, if it's a class that I gotta like take a test for, I'm gonna study, but I don't like to sit for long periods of time doing something that's like, cause like that requires a lot of brain energy, so I get tired. Like sitting there really reading stuff. Like I'm glad I passed psychology. I think I passed psychology with an A. But psychology was easy though. But the way that they do their classes is very easy. So I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, it's a very different type of class. Like it's a general learning class, but it's like let me go on the portal and tell you what it says. Like right now. I'll give you an example. I still want to try to see if I can find some. I'm a clinical psych right now. It's super easy. Yeah, psych is actually fun. But I'm not gonna lie, because this class is also like, don't use the AI, and I have to use like my full thoughts. It's like, okay. Because I gotta sit there. Like, AI just makes it faster because it helps me think. It helps me think because I'm like responding to it. Like, it reminds me of the shit. Like, I have horrible memory. Like, when I really sit here and think, like, I have horrible memory. Like, I remember things very good in details about like people, places, and things. But when it comes to like long term memory, I can't remember shit. Like I have horrible long term recall. So it makes it harder for me because I have to write. And like I don't be sitting there writing. That's what I need to start doing. I bought these notebooks, but I don't write. This is why I like to sit here and do this because I don't be thinking about shit. I just be responding to the world. So let's say this is topic 5. This is the current week we on. So I gotta really lock in because there's 2 more weeks of this class after this week, and after week 7, you can't turn nothing else in. So I gotta do that. So I'm gonna tell you what this one is about. It says, after reading the account of the resurrection of Christ in Luke 24 and in chapter 6 of the beginning of wisdom, express why the resurrection is so important to Christian worldview. Now I can go in here and do this. Like I said, I grew up Baptist Christian, so I can write a bullshit answer real quick, like the resurrection of Jesus Christ was very influential on on Christianity because this is the root of where Christianity started through the rebirth of Jesus dying for our sins and being God's only begotten son. Like I could really sit here and bullshit and yeah, I could really sit here and bullshit and answer. But it's like I feel like the way that I write is so like it don't sound real, and I'm it feel like I'm writing a fantasy book. Like I don't like that's how I would write it, and I wouldn't know what to say. It's getting to me. Like I know I can do this one. Let me see what the next one say. And I gotta do my assignments, like the actual assignments, not the discussion post. So like the way that ours is set up is this class it requires a lot. So I gotta do 8 responses to the post. I gotta do 10 discussion posts. This one I think this was the one I had the most to do when I first got started. Let's see. Yeah. We had participation. We had a quiz. Wait, we had participation. We had a quiz. We had an actual assignment. The assignments is the one I gotta go and do. Then it was a pretest. Okay, I'd already counted the test. Then it was a topic 1 and topic 2. And then an introduction, summaries of the class course and what we know. So that one was just like for my financial aid, they put it through. So I had to do 7 things in this class. Wait, can't fucking count. I had to do 8 things in this class the first week. So I'm like, damn. Because it's actually like more than 8 things that I have to do. It's like 16 because I have to do those responses and then each one is its own thing. I did all right that week, but that was just my first week, right? Did I do all right? It's a prereq, but I think the prereq is required. That's the thing that it's like it's one of the ones that transfers over. Cause they gotta put me in the right course. I hate this angle. I really do. They told me I was in jail. So every time I come in here, mind you, horrible paint job. It's a whole bunch of exposed like wires, and it's a horrible design of a side room. Yeah, they are. It also looks like an insane asylum. We got anything else to complain about? You sad about my midterm? I feel you. Is there anything I'm sad about? My job. I'm sad about my job. Cause it's like having to unnecessarily find new work is just. They keep trying to offer discounts. I'm like, right now, I'm just looking at these stores on here to see what they have. So I'm like, I do need clothes, but it's like, I don't like some of these clothes. These are these are like thought dunks. So I have a new addiction to perfumes again, but it's like this time it's luxury perfumes, and I'm like, I'm trying to really see what they got out here, and I don't see anything appealing. Doorbuster. They busting down doors for these? Mm, I don't know, man. Is anyone still here? So I'm like, I might just go and eat my food. I may. What y'all want to talk about? Some of these shirt designs is just outrageous. All right, I'm gonna get off of here for now, and I guess I'll see y'all later. I don't know when. I'm gonna come for a real live. All right, and I gotta do something with my hair. It's like all over the place.